azares del destino o no, habéis llegado hasta mí. Bienvenidos a Mundo Gamer. Habla amigo y entra.
Hola a todos, sed bienvenidos, soy Jharkendar y bienvenidos a Gothic 2 una vez más para continuar la historia donde la habíamos dejado por última vez aquí en el campamento pirata. Tenemos que hablar con mucha gente nueva, así que vamos a ello.
How's it going?
I can't complain, it's a bit boring, but at least I don't have to work. I'm preparing for the next task that Greg's given me.
What task?
I mustn't say. No offense, kid, but I've worked hard for the privilege, and I don't want to lose it again.
Can you teach me something?
I'm sorry, I've got no time right now. I've got some training to do.
A ver.
Who around here can teach me something?
Henry and Morgan are leading our raiding troops. They can teach you how to be a better fighter. Henry's people all use two-handed weapons. Morgan prefers the faster one-handed weapons.
Who else?
Beats me, I've never been interested in anything else. But I'm sure that Alligator Jack or Samuel could still show you a trick or two.
A ver. Bien, bien.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
I agree with you completely.
What have we here? A fresh face, and not one of those filthy bandits, I hope. I'm Garrett. If there's anything you need, ask me first. I can get you almost anything. Wine, weapons, and other stuff you might need, except for booze. If it's a decent drink you want, go see Samuel.
He listened to the wrong people.
Who's Samuel?
He's our moonshiner. He's got his cave on the beach, a little distance from the camp. You can't miss it. Just walk north. You'll be well advised to keep yourself supplied with grog. Some of the boys here aren't very fond of greenhorns at all, if you get my drift. A decent swig of grog can work wonders for you.
I'd have done it.
Where do you get your supplies?
Skip always brings loads of stuff from Corinus when he visits there. Until recently, he used to sell some of it directly to the bandits. But since we've been at war with the bandits, I'm the one who ends up with all the stuff now.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What do you know about the bandits?
You'd better ask Skip about that. He's been through quite a lot with that bunch. Let me tell you, Greg has given orders to do away with any bandit who shows up near the camp.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
You're Captain Greg. What's he like?
He's a tough old bastard and no doubt about it. And greedy to the bone. He makes Francis, our treasurer, pay out not a penny more than what it takes to prevent a mutiny. And if one of us ever gets his hands on something really valuable, he'll inevitably take it for himself. I once took a compass from a royal frigate. That bastard Greg made me hand it over, of course. Bah. He probably buried it somewhere, just like the rest of his treasures.
I couldn't get away with that.
Where might Greg have buried that compass?
Greg once told me that death himself watches over my compass. Then he laughed.
Anything else?
There's a beach at the southern coast. It can only be reached by sea. Greg is said to have been there often. Maybe you'll find something there. I once went there to see what I might find myself, but the area is teeming with monsters. If you really want to give it a try, don't forget to bring a pick.
I couldn't care less.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Greg put him in command while he's gone. But Francis is a total failure as a leader. He can't even get Morgan to stir his lazy ass out of bed. Henry and his boys are the only ones doing anything around here. The others are just enjoying themselves instead of working. I can only hope that Greg will come back soon. He'll give them all a good swift kick in the ass.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Anything new?
Even know how
Nothing ever happens anymore since Greg left.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
that's been known a long time.
Let's deal.
You can't rely on
A
that.
ver.
I never
Ah, la exterminadora de orco. Armas que requieren muchísima fuerza, lo
You can't
típico.
rely on that.
La ballesta.
all that matters is strength, so don't tell me that.
Ujú,
I couldn't care less.
ujú. Anda, este no está mal.
Don't tell me you didn't
Este no está mal porque el que tengo yo protege 5 y 5, pero con el esto de la milicia me da más. Pero como no tengo el de la milicia, déjame ver antes de comprarlo si es lo que estoy pensando yo. A ver.
That's not what I
Ah, tengo 119 y 119. Mi cinturón va para la milicia. Si ahora estoy en 114, efectivamente, solo me está dando protección 5.
so don't tell
Ay,
Any
Nothing.
por lo que vamos a comprar
Show-
ese nuevo cinturón.
me. If he doesn't
Vale,
see that,
y vendemos el viejo.
Tell me that isn't true.
Perfecto. Siempre viene bien tener unas cuantas flechitas. Y yo creo que de momento por aquí
If it hadn't been for us.
is it really
estaría
true?
perfecto.
Looky there, a newbie. And a landlubber at that. You're a bit scrawny for a pirate.
anything new?
Wait a moment. Not as far as I can see. Same old, same old.
Can you teach me something?
Teach you? You bet. I could teach you to become stronger and improve your dexterity. But why would I want to do that?
Because I'll buy you a drink.
Not bad, kiddo. Got it. First try. But don't even bother to bring me some cheap rot gut.
I'll get you some grog.
Are you trying to poison me? I'm not touching that muck. Do you have any idea what's in there? Old Samuel has some good stuff as well. Go get me some of that. Have you ever tried Samuel's special recipe?
No, not yet.
Then have a go at it. It's a must try. Oh, I love this concoction.
New here, are you? Great. We can use every man.
How are things?
Right now, all's quiet in the camp, so I'm going to relax a little. And if I were you, I'd do the same. Since the bandits are here now, the situation may change faster than we like.
How are things?
Right now, and if since
What do you know about the bandits?
you mean besides the fact that they're a deadly menace and outnumber us by far?
Yes?
They're rolling in gold. Well, at least they were rolling in gold. They never paid for their last shipment. But I doubt that it's because those bastards ran out of gold. Huh. It's more likely that they've gotten way too big for their boots.
Will it ever change?
Vale, a ver qué más hay por aquí.
I couldn't.
¡Coño, Skip!
What have we here? Crossing the path of old Skip again? I know you.
You don't have to.
The bay near the city, remember?
I agree
Skip,
with you
right?
completely.
I see I made a lasting impression.
no
But I've seen your mug elsewhere in the meantime.
I'm no
But
better
of
off
course.
Things would have turned out.
Oh well, not a great likeness, but it's certainly you. Don't let it get to you. My own wanted poster looks just as
Tell me that
daft.
isn't true.
What are you doing
He
here?
doesn't even know
I've
how
just
to
come
hold
back
a
from
sword.
Corinus, and now I'm waiting for Greg to return.
Same old thing, all over again.
I saw Greg and Corinus.
Tell me
Really?
you know that.
Damn. Something must have gone wrong then.
I've got no time.
He should have been here with our ship some time ago. I suppose I should go back to Corinus and wait for him there. Ah, but certainly not today. I only just arrived here.
Amazes me anymore.
What can you tell me about the
Same old
bandits?
thing,
The
all over
bandits?
again.
They're attacking us! Why do you think we're building this palisade? We brought those scumbags over here ourselves. We used to trade with them. Boy, let me tell you, they've got more gold than they'll ever know what to do with. They were prepared to pay any price for a bottle of rum. But those times are past. It's war now.
What happened?
Those bastards hadn't paid for their last shipment. So I went there to see what had become of our gold. But when I got to the swamp, the swine attacked me. And that's not all. They killed Angus and Hank, two of our best people. Just stay away from that swamp, I tell you. They'll go after anyone who doesn't look as shabby as they do.
Have you ever met Raven?
Certainly. When I was with Henry up at the gate, I watched Raven place some of his boys at the tower to the south, just a stone's throw from our camp. I guess they're supposed to spy on us. I've also seen how he treats his people when they don't do his bidding. He'll make short shrift of anyone who doesn't obey his orders to the letter. Mark my words, stay well away from Raven.
He listened to the wrong people.
Tell me more about Angus and Hank.
Angus and Hank were supposed to meet with some bandits in front of the camp. They were carrying all kinds of supplies, everything those bastards had ordered from us. Forged steel and lockpicks and whatnot. But they never came back. The bandit swine must have done away with them. Morgan and Bill went out to look for them without any success. Bill was pretty devastated. They were both friends of his. He's still young. These things really get to him. The rest of us took it in our stride. The goods we can afford to lose. But the grog they were carrying... We're talking at least 20 bottles!
I agree with you completely.
I need bandits' armor.
You want to go in there? Are you insane? Once those guys find out you're not one of them, you're sausage meat.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
You don't give up easily, do you? All right. We used to have a suit. Greg's probably still got it somewhere, up in his hut. Maybe you can buy it from him when he gets back.
Been there, done that.
About that grog. You're missing 20 bottles, right?
Yes, damn it. My entire stock.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Can you take me to Corinus?
No way. I'm not leaving now. I'll find myself a decent swig of grog first.
He thinks it's as
Have you got anything to sell?
If you want to trade, go to Garrett. He's in charge of our supplies.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Can you tell me how to get into his hut?
Whoa there! Not so fast. You weren't thinking of ransacking Greg's stuff, were you? When he left, he gave the key to Francis and told him not to let anyone into his hut.
He listened to the wrong people.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Francis is our treasurer. The captain trusts him. That's probably why he left him in command. But none of the boys here really take him seriously. If you want to know more, talk to Samuel.
Is it really true?
He's got his still in the little cave north of here. There isn't a soul in this camp Samuel doesn't know all kinds of things about.
Business.
He simply needs to practice more.
That was obvious all along.
Hey,
How are things going with you?
what's up? Did Henry send you here? Tell him to get his planks as soon as I'm done. If he can't wait that long, he's welcome to saw them himself.
What are all these planks for?
We use them for the palisade, you dimwit. Greg thought it would be a good idea to secure our camp this way. We can save ourselves the work if you ask me. If the bandits are really planning to attack us, this ridiculous palisade isn't going to stop them. We should have never tolerated them in our valley in the first place. If I'd known all this in advance, I'd have stayed in Corinus.
Can I help you saw?
Nah, I can handle this by myself. I joined up here not long ago, and letting others do my work won't get me anywhere if you get my drift.
I'm looking for Angus and Hank.
I have no idea where they are. The bandits must have got them.
You were friends with them, weren't you?
All I know is that they were gonna meet up with the bandits in a cave not far from here. It must be somewhere outside our camp, to the east. I don't know where exactly. I've never been there myself. Maybe you should ask Alligator Jack about this. He's always roaming around outside the camp.
You've been to Carinas?
Yes, I kept myself afloat there, picking pockets and doing a little swindle or two. But whenever fewer ships came in, business got worse and worse. At some point, I got tired of being on the run from the militia for a few crusts of bread. That's when I joined Greg. Now I'm stuck here, sawing all day to build a palisade that's of no use to anyone.
Can you teach me something?
Well, I could show you how to pick other people's pockets unnoticed, but you should be fairly dexterous, or you can just forget it.
Bueno, fíjate, no tienes nada que enseñarme porque te acabo de robar la cartera a ti. Vale, hemos hablado ya con unos cuantos. No, tampoco hay muchos con los que hablar, ¿eh? Aquí estaría Francis, creo. Sí. Y ya le puedo robar la llave de la cabaña de Greg. Qué bueno. Uy. Pues ya no puedo hablar con Francis. Tendría que haber guardado la partida primero. No la he guardado desde hace tiempo, ¿no? Uf, desde hace bastante tiempo.
I couldn't get away with that.
Bueno, da igual. A ver.
That's been known a long time.
Vamos a ir entonces a la cueva esa, a ver si está el Samuel ese. Que por cierto, otra cosa, el dichoso Morgan, este tampoco lo he visto. No sé dónde estará el Morgan, al que le tengo que entregar la carne. Pero en fin. Anda, hablando del rey de Roma.
I'm here to deliver some meat.
I need a sip to wake me up. That's better. So again, what do you want?
I'm here to deliver some meat. From Alligator Jack?
I remember. Right. The meat. Give it here.
What are you doing here?
Greg made me commander of one of the 2 raiding troops. I'm responsible for keeping the camp supplied. Alligator Jack sees to that. I'm also responsible for keeping those beasts you find out here well away from the camp. That's what the boys do.
I told him I don't want to see a single beast left around here when Greg comes back.
Do you ever do anything yourself?
Hey, none of that lip. Mine is the most important task of all. I train my people. I make them into the best and most fearless fighters who ever sailed these waters. And it's not like the lads do all that work for nothing. They get a good-sized bag of gold for their efforts.
I want to join your troop.
My troop? My troop is hanging out at the beach. Those boys won't lift a finger until the captain is back. You can count on that. But if you want to show everybody what you're made of, feel free to work on the northern beach. It's full of lurkers and who knows what else.
Take them on by yourself, and you'll earn the respect of the people.
Welcome to my troop. I'll go lie back down.
Levanta, Gandul, que hay que hablar más cosas.
What do you think of Francis?
I don't mind him, as long as he leaves me alone.
Isn't he the boss around here?
He thinks he's the boss. But at some point, Greg will return, and then Francis gets to go back to sawing planks.
Can you train me as well?
Sure, I can show you how to fight with one-handed weapons.
About Angus and Hank.
Oh, don't remind me of them. They probably got themselves killed by bandits. And Angus had my ring on him. Well, sure, it was his ring, in a way. He won it from me playing dice. But I would have gotten it back, and now it's gone. If you find my ring, bring it back to me. I'd certainly make it up to you.
Teach me.
Vale, sí, armas a una mano. Ahora mismo lo que me interesa aprender más que nada es disparar con el puto arco.
Go lie back down.
Porque Tengo todavía un 28%. ¿Cuántos puntos tengo? 27. Ah, coño, voy sobrado. Pensaba que tenía menos puntos. Ah, mira, este debe ser Samuel L. Jackson.
Ah, a new face. What do you want, rum or something stronger?
I want to talk to you about Francis.
Just don't mention that wannabe captain. He sits on his fat ass all day acting important. We'd all like to know what the hell the captain was thinking when he put him in command here. What do you want from that prig?
I must get into Greg's hut.
Really? To do what?
I need a bandit's armor.
Ha ha! Francis will never agree to let you go into the hut so that you can nab a few of Greg's things. Unless...
Yes?
You've got something he really wants. I know that Francis has hidden something in an abandoned mine in the canyon. Once, when we were on guard duty together and he dozed off as always, he went on about it in his sleep. I've no clue what he buried there, but maybe it's so important to him that he'll let you into the hut to get it back. When the captain comes back and finds some of his things are missing, he'll have Francis's hide for it.
I've come to get my ration of grog.
You guys don't do anything without your grog, huh? Right. Here you go.
Give me rum.
Ah, this is mother's milk to a sailor. Here.
I want something stronger.
Ah, a seeker. I'm always after new recipes myself. Decent booze should be clear and strong and burn your throat like liquid fire. You don't find that very often. But I'm talking too much. You want a drink? Here, my own recipe. How do you like that? I call it hasty herring.
El arenque veloz.
Ooh, impressive.
You can say that again. You wouldn't happen to know a good recipe for booze yourself. If you do, you must tell me. Want another?
Give me some of your hasty herring.
Rather vile muck, but effective.
Porquería pestosa. ¿Y esto?
What else have you got?
I can get you anything a pirate needs in order to survive.
Ponche de marinero, ron blanco. Botellas de laboratorio, hierba del pantano, vino, cerveza, ginebra. Este tío hace de todo.
What's new in the camp?
Nothing much has been happening here since Greg left. Morgan and most of his boys been just hanging around and boozing all day. The only one who does anything at all is Henry. He and his boys are building the palisade. It's high time for Captain Greg to come back and give that Francis a good swift kick in the ass.
Vale. Que me da velocidad. El arenque veloz, claro. Vale, dicen que esta playa, vale, hay que despejarla. Bueno, vamos a despejarla ya. Hacemos un pequeño corte y venimos ahora.
Nothing to be had there.
Coño, una bestia de las sombras y todo. Estas dan bastante dinero. Bien. Pues a ver qué encontramos aquí. Una poción, otra poción y un hechizo de conjuro que parece ser un de eso de rayo, un collar de oro. Bueno. Pues se supone que ya está, que no quedan más bichos ahí. Vamos a hablar con Morgan a ver. Uy. Ya que estás ahí durmiendo. Te voy a hacer un favor.
The northern beach is all cleared.
What about the cave? Have you been there too?
Sure thing.
¿Quieres el collarcito de
great.
oro?
You're a good man. Here's your reward.
Ah, pensé que me iba a pedir el collar de oro.
Is there anything else for me to do?
Not at the moment. Go find yourself a bunk and have a decent bottle of rum. Ah, this is good stuff.
Bueno. Quizás de noche, cuando estén todos durmiendo, pueda entrar a la cabaña de Greg. De momento... Bueno, de momento... Claro, no sé a qué hora se podría ir este tío a dormir o algo. Voy a guardar aquí por separado por si acaso. A ver.
About that grog. You're missing 20 bottles.
Ah, vale.
My
Nobody wants to know.
Creo que era este el que quería el arenque veloz. Vale.
Here you go.
Down the hatch like liquid fire.
Teach me something.
Fuerza y destreza. Vale.
Anything?
Wait a moment.
Vale, haciendo el bow.
Not as far.
Vale, no hay mucho más que hacer aquí. A ver. Vale. Al este del campamento. Hay que preguntarle a Cayman Jack entonces.
Hey. Hey. Do you know Angus and his friend Hank?
I haven't seen them in a while. And I wouldn't mind if the pair of them never came back.
Why?
Oh, those bums always hung around the lake, scaring off the game.
What lake would that be?
Remember our hunts?
Yep.
The lake in the hollow. That's where I usually saw them.
Vale, vamos a gastar
Teach me.
What is it?
2 puntos en arco para así tener esto ya un poco más redondeado. Vale. Ya en arco somos tirador, por fin. Bien, vamos ahora al lago este de aquí abajo, donde fuimos a cazar con Cayman Jack. A ver si me encuentro a los tipos esos. Lo bueno que tiene el arenque veloz es que no es muy caro y te da velocidad durante un tiempo tampoco tan largo, porque las pociones de velocidad te dan velocidad durante más tiempo, pero hay momentos en los que dices tú, es que ahora me tengo que parar, ahora no tengo por qué seguir corriendo. Ah, entonces no está mal, se pueden comprar un par de botellitas. ¿Y esto qué es? A ver. Vale. Vale. Mirando a ver que no haya otro camino que se pueda coger. Bien, aquí parece que hay lagartos. Vamos a acabar con ellos. Bueno, lagartos no, un lagarto. ¿Y esto qué es? Vale. A ver. Pues si se supone que Hank y el otro estaban por aquí, no están. Vamos a hacer un pequeño corte y venimos ahora. Así me pongo a buscar esto por aquí un poco. Bien, pues como dijo el capitán Jack, aquí en la hondonada, donde se solía cazar, hay una cuevita donde parece ser que están Hank y Angus con el anillo de no sé por qué le iba a decir Mordrag, no me acuerdo cómo se llamaba. Ahora que ya lo hemos cogido todo, hacemos un pequeño corte y volvemos al campamento de los piratas. Vale, algo muy curioso que he encontrado, que estaba experimentando en lo que iba para el campamento de vuelta, es que aquí, donde estaba este tío cogiendo la madera, ¿vale? Tiene aquí una cuevita, ¿no?
How's it look? Who are you? Are you one of the bandits?
Este tío es otro tío.
Do I
vale.
look like one? Nah. Judging from your clothes, you've come a long way. What's up? My buddy Malcolm has disappeared. One of those filthy lurkers attacked us, so we fled into this cave. But that lurker came after us. Malcolm fought with it, and then they both fell into that hole over there. Seems to be full of water. The lurker and Malcolm continued to fight down there for a while. Then it went quiet. I have no idea whether he's still alive or not.
Vale, va de esto precisamente. Me tiré por el agujero ese, por ese agujero de ahí me dio experiencia. Ahora lo vamos a ver.
How do I get down into that crevice?
It beats me. You can either climb down or jump, I suppose.
And?
If I had known all this in advance, I'd never have become a pirate.
And?
If I had known...
Vale, vamos a ver si nos cuadra bien el salto a la primera, que cuando lo hice yo antes me trabé todo ahí con los muros. ¡Me la juego! Vale. Espera, porque antes no fue así. Antes me salieron dos textos diferentes. A ver. A lo mejor fue porque me choqué con un muro y me restó la experiencia que me dio. ¿Pero esto qué es? ¿Esto qué es? ¡Salta, salta! Es que lo quiero hacer saltando. Y si no lo hago saltando, pues no lo hago. Venga. Ahí. Esa es. Bonificación proeza, más 100. ¿Y dónde estuvieron luchando? ¿Tu colega y el lagarto dónde estuvieron luchando? Pues nada, ¿será que estuvieron luchando bajo el agua? Dios, que también agüita. Esto llevará seguramente a la hondonada, me imagino. Ah, pues no, mira dónde lleva. Este debe ser el colega. Pues no le salió bien. Anda, una tablilla de piedra de combate con 2 manos. Espera un momento. Ah, vale. Es este personaje de aquí. Sí. Pues vaya por Dios. Lo curioso es que en la aplicación me dice que necesito cierta destreza para poder robarle los bolsillos. ¿Qué quiere decir? ¿Que hay alguna manera de que este tío pudiese estar vivo? No sé. Vale, vamos a coger todo lo de aquí. Y hacemos un corte y tiramos ya para el campamento. Bien, una vez aquí en el campamento vamos a hablar con Morgan para entregarle el anillo.
About Angus and Hank. I found them,
So tell me already. Where are they?
They're dead.
The ring. What about the ring?
Here it is.
Yes, that's it. Good man. Here, take this stone tablet. It may look like a piece of junk, but Garrett will shell out a lot of gold for it.
Is there anything else for me to do?
Not at the moment. Go find yourself up.
Bien, una tablilla. Nunca viene mal.
Ya.
A ver. Me da que me dio una tablilla antigua de esas. Una tablilla de esas, sí, de las que tengo que llevarle a atrás. Vamos a gastar esta que la cogí en la cueva. Vale, vamos ahora a dormir para que se haga de noche, a la medianoche, a ver si el tío este se acuesta o algo y así puedo entrar yo en la cabaña de bueno, que no lo creo, en teoría no debería el tío irse de allí. Así que, ¿tengo algún hechizo de sueño? Dime que sí. Bueno, vamos a suponer, vamos a intentarlo, a ver, vamos a guardar. A ver qué pasa si abro la puerta en su cara. ¿Qué pasa, Tete? ¿Ahora qué? Ah, no me dice nada. Bueno, pues nada. Vaya tontería. Que el tío tiene cositas. El tío tiene cositas. ¿Qué pasa, Greg? A ver. ¡Hostia! Un sextante. Lo que quería el del gremio de ladrones. Pues vaya decepción. Aquí no hay ropa de... Ah, bueno, hay otro cofre. Vamos a ver. Ah, diario a bordo de Greg. Debe ser que tenía escondido por ahí, si es que tenía, la ropa de ladrón, porque aquí no está. A ver, ¿no? Uy, un anillo. Aquí no está, por aquí yo no veo nada de ropa. No. ¡Coño!
Hey you, what are you doing in my hut?
I've
just been gone for a couple of days and everyone thinks they can do what they damn well please. What the hell is going on here? The palisade still isn't finished? The canyon is overrun with beasts and everybody is just hanging around enjoying themselves. So this is all you've accomplished, Francis? Get off my bench at once. And you? What have you done?
I've been working.
Have you? And what?
I've done away with the bandits in the tower. There are no more beasts on the beach to the north.
Well, it's a beginning, I guess. I'll teach you the true meaning of work.
What is there to do?
First of all, we'll make things hum around here. Morgan, that lazy pig, gets to saw planks. You will take over Morgan's job and clear those beasts out of the damn canyon.
What beasts?
The razors in the canyon are coming closer and closer to our camp. I won't wait until I've eaten one of my men who's had a few too many.
Am I supposed to do that all by myself?
Just go ahead and grab some of the boys. Let them earn their pay instead of just gabbing all day.
I guess I'll get going then.
One more thing. You're one of us now. So get yourself a decent hunting outfit first. Here's some of our armor for you. I hope it fits. And don't dawdle. Get right to it.
I need that bandit's armor.
Prove yourself useful first. Then we can talk. First, kill all the razors in the canyon.
So how did you get here?
You weren't expecting me, huh? Just so we set this straight, I'm Greg and this here is my camp. That enough for you?
Bien, pues vamos a cerrar. Uy, ¿estaba cerrada o qué? Esta armadura, por supuesto, me la pienso quitar. O sea, vas a comparar, hermano. Bien, Vamos al cañón a cazar cuchillas. No sé si me hará falta la ayuda de alguien. Podría preguntar, a ver.
About Angus and Hank?
What?
I found them. They're dead.
Dead as doornails, poor devils. Well, it was only to be expected. You should tell Bill, if you haven't done so yet. But break it to him gently. He's still young.
Couldn't get away with that.
I agree with you completely.
You're supposed to help me.
With what?
The canyon awaits.
You better bring some of the boys. That canyon is dangerous as hell.
Vale. Sé que a Skip me lo puedo llevar conmigo, pero puedo llevarme a más gente, así que iré mirando a ver.
Hey, you! I found your friends.
And? Where are they?
They're dead.
Those damn bandits did this.
It's possible.
Those cursed swine? May they roast in hell. If only I knew the name of the lowlife who did this.
Vale. Coño,
Hey,
Morgan, ¿qué
great.
tal?
Now Greg is making me saw planks. Have fun slaughtering monsters.
Francis, ¿qué pasa, chaval?
Hey, just leave me.
Vale. Skip se viene conmigo. ¿Quién más? Mira, el chaval este que está aquí entrenando para la guerra. Igual también me viene bien. Huesos se llama.
The canyon awaits.
I'm sorry, I've got some training to do.
Pues nada. ¿No te sirve entrenar en el cañón, cabrón? A ver, Brandon. Brandon Stark.
Hey.
You're supposed to help me.
That's news to me. Says who?
Says Greg. We're off to hunt razors in the canyon.
Finally, something's happening around here. Then let's go right away. The sooner we do in those beasts, the sooner we get to be back here.
Venga.
Come with me.
I'm right here.
Y Skip, que se venga conmigo también.
Come with me.
Let's go.
Siendo 3, yo creo que sí será fácil de acabar con esos bichos ahí, ¿no? Porque este no creo que se venga.
Hey.
The captain gave you your own raiding troop, did he? Then see to it that your boys get plenty to do.
Y a ver el Caimán Jack.
Hey.
Vamos de casa.
Let's go hunting.
All right then.
Vamos, señores. A por los putos cuchillas. Se pone esto un poco más interesante, que el hecho de tener que estar hablando con todo el mundo a veces te aburre bastante.
If we lose track of each other, let's meet up here at the watering hole.
Vale.
Let's move on.
Ok. Rata del desierto.
One less monster around. One less monster around.
One less monster around.
Bueno, experiencia, experiencia. Mira, un pedestal. Quiere decir que aquí lo hay. Interesante. Muy interesante. Vale. Sigamos. Me siguen todos, ¿no? Vale. Uy. Ahí están los cuchillas. Guerra de facciones. Vamos. Vamos, disparad.
One less monster
Bien,
around.
bien. Muy bien. Cuidado.
One less monster around.
Bien. Tienen... Además la piel también se las puedo quitar. Hostia, hay otro. Ya, es que esto es otra cosa. Con un grupo de asalto, joder, se nota mucho la diferencia. Uy.
Nothing to be had there.
Un mascador. En el uno se llamaban mordedores. Vale, ahora que estamos en el cañón, déjame ver. Sí, hay cositas interesantes que coger, pero más adelante. Bien. Ya van quedando menos cuchillas. Quedan 3. Es la combinación perfecta. O sea, yo hago de cebo y los demás matan.
One less monster around.
Hola. Joder. A veces para apuntar a uno de estos agüitas. ¿A dónde se va el colega? ¿A dónde se va el colega? ¡Hostia, orcos!
All right. So much for you, filthy beast.
Señores, esto se pone interesante. ¡A por los orcos! ¿Qué haces?
I hate those things.
Calla paliza le acabamos de dar a los orcos. Odio cuando la lluvia como que se laguea y se escucha así. A ver un momentito. Te lo juro, me pone de los nervios. ¿Ves? Ahora ya no se oye. Mira, más mordedores de esto. O mascadores.
All right. So much for you.
Vale.
Nothing there.
Hostia. Cuidado, cuidado, que hay magos de fuego aquí, Muy bien, muy bien. Coño, tengo un equipazo, Ay, que quedaba un orco por ahí. No, uno no, que quedan varios.
One less monster around.
Menuda masacre acabamos de hacer aquí en poco tiempo, perfecto. Y todo esto es experiencia de la buena. Voy a tirar de esta gente todo lo posible. Vamos a hacer un corte porque esto se está haciendo un poco largo. El cañón es más grande de lo que pensaba. Para así no alargar mucho el vídeo y venimos ahora.
Looks like we got all of the razors. We could roam around a little longer if you want to. Just as long as we stay in the canyon.
Perfecto, porque los quiero explotar, vamos, todo lo posible. Bien, ya hemos acabado con los cuchillas. Voy a hacer un pequeño corte para explorar un poco más el cañón, para sacarles provecho a estos tíos, y nos vemos en el campamento.
About that canyon?
Yeah, what about it?
I killed all the razors.
Good. You seem to be a useful fellow.
I need that bandit's armor.
Hey, you're quite something. Bones was supposed to wear that armor and spy on the bandits. But maybe you're the better man for the job. Perhaps you even stand a chance of coming out of there alive. Talk to Bones and let him give you the armor. Then put it on and go to the bandits' camp. I need to know why those scumbags came to our valley in the first place.
Aye, aye, Captain. There's one more thing I'd like to know.
And that is?
What do you know about Raven?
He used to be an ore baron, far as I know, quite a big shot in the colony. I haven't a clue why he's here now and why people are following him, but he's certainly up to something. He's not the kind who would hide out in a swamp.
Where's your ship?
This is just my luck. For months, no ships have sailed between here and the mainland. For months. And the first ship I run into happens to be a fully manned warship belonging to the king, full of paladins from her keel to the top of her mast.
That's what I call bad luck.
You can say that again. They sank us right away. I'm the only one who made it to the shore.
How did you get here?
I found a tunnel near the old pyramid, guarded by a few mages. I simply sneaked past those blind worms. First, I took it for an ancient burial chamber and decided to check out what I could find there. Imagine my surprise when I suddenly found myself in my beloved valley. Just when I thought I'd have to spend the rest of my life running away from the militia.
Es decir, que al final hizo lo que yo le dije. A un portal que se puede ir a través de la... No quiero ir, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Y al final fue por donde le dije yo. Mira tú por dónde. Vale. Vamos a hablar con el hueso este que estaba todo flipado entrenando y al final se va a quedar sin su trabajito por tolete.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to give me the bandit's armor. Orders from Greg.
From Greg? Whew. I already thought I'd have to go after all.
Oye, pensaba que quería
My
ir.
job in the bandits' camp is nothing short of a suicide mission. I'd rather have Greg keep his chores on me than get myself killed by those bandits.
The armor?
Oh yeah, right. Here it is. Just be careful. Those bandits are a bad lot.
Vale. Ya tenemos la armadura. La armadura aquí será, me imagino, como el ulumulu del Gothic 1. Que si la llevo puesta, pues no me hacen nada. Bien, pues hasta aquí todo por hoy. Si os ha gustado el vídeo, dadle a like, suscribiros, no olvidéis compartirlo con vuestros amigos. Uy, por aquí no. Y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo de Gothic, donde empezaremos, lo dejaré guardado ahí cerca, cerquita del campamento de bandidos. Y tiraremos con eso a partir de ahí en adelante. Espero que os haya gustado este vídeo y hasta otra.